Alex, and I gotta ask you, man, having worked with Manny Pacquiao, you worked with him throughout his best years. What did you see in his last fight, man, and what would you advise him? If you were still in his corner and Freddie said, you know what, Alex, I need some help here, what do we do with Manny? What would you do with Manny right now at the moment?
I think Manny still has it. I think people have written him off too soon. I don't think it's his age. I mean, of course, that's going to play a role, but you have to have. That's the thing with these athletes that get older. You have to use a more scientific approach to it. You have to focus on the recovery. You have to focus on certain exercises, risk versus rewards. You can't train them the same way that you used to train them when they were in their early 30s, or when I had Manny with that. So you have to just you have to apply the science just differently. But I think Manny still has it. I think there's some really good fights left of him. He showed that it's still there when he wants it to be there. It's just you have to change. You have to evolve. You have to progress. You have to be innovative, especially with the older athletes. So
do you think that it looks like the biggest fight possible for Manny being under the top rank umbrella, the biggest fight possible for him is Terrence Crawford? What would you make of that fight, and what does Manny have in him that's still going to give Crawford that problem that you've seen, like anything from him?
Again, a fight for Manny has to start again with this training. You have to find something that's going to motivate him. I don't think Crawford really motivates Manny. It's not a fight that motivates him. You know?
But it's probably the most dangerous fight for him, right? At the same time,
I think every fight at this point is dangerous for those guys. I mean, these are young, these are good athletes, but these are also athletes that are also taking it to the next level and not just applying boxing. These guys are starting to get on strength and conditioning programs, nutrition programs. So it's a whole different. So if Manny, in order to keep up with these guys, you have to do the same thing. You have to be able to accept it and open yourself to the new ideas and apply yourself to the cutting edges of science and of nutrition and exercise. Otherwise, you're gonna fall behind. A guy like Jeff Horn would have never made it 5 rounds with Manny back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, realistically. I mean, but I don't see the.
So the motivation lacking for a Crawford, not motivating him. Why would you say that? Why is that?
Because Manny probably doesn't know who Crawford is. Manny reminds me of Floyd, and I mean Floyd and Manny have so many things that are, believe it or not, that they have in common, and they just don't know other fighters. They don't know, like, you can name somebody really popular, and they're like, who?
Maybe Lomachenko, you think?
He has no idea who he is.
Yeah.
I can guarantee it. He has no idea who he is. I can guarantee he has no idea who Crawford is. Yeah. I mean, we all know him, and every boxing guy knows him, but he's not a guy that Manny would know. He knew Miguel Cotto because he watched Miguel Cotto. He knew Ricky Hatton. These are fighters that he found an interest in and he would watch. Before we were in that division, we just ended up happening to, especially De La Hoya, we just happened to end up fighting them.